All right. As I always start a video off with the phrase, all right. It's August 18th, and it's Monday. We had a very long weekend and a lot of things going on. And I worked, I think, 15 hours yesterday. Had a 12-hour Saturday. And today, Monday, it's going to be just a regular 8-hour day. It's right now almost 6, and I have been working at our Meridian location and here for the majority of the day. As you can see, all of the stuff from shows has been cleaned up. I just dumped footage for a couple hours while I was working on stuff in Meridian. We have all of the last minute prep for school basically happening right now. So we finished an iMac today. Matt's doing the stuff down at the Euclid location. I came back here to get this camera and a ladder. And now I'm going back to Meridian. I'm basically terminating a bunch of Cat 6 for this AV install we're doing for the school, which is two 75-inch TVs, and they're getting fed by an Apple TV and a wall HDMI. So an HDMI cable in the middle of the wall that's coming up and hitting boxes. And because there's so much happening on site today, all the ladders are in use, so I had to come back and get the one that I own, which is great because it's my contract, so I should be providing my own tools. So I am. I then have a second set of tools that's going out, which is this cart and that stack over there, because we have Coal Valley install. Well, it's really for the church, which is now called Livingstones, because church names. So I've got two brand new, not only brand new projectors, but brand new to the Epson line of projectors. Sitting right here. These are the EB L790Us. I'm very excited to put these in. I think they're going to look great. We've got some Chief mounts from Legrand AV. Shout out to my boys at CSS, taking care of me and getting all my orders and stuff in for really great prices. Shameless plug for them. So I've got tools going out. We're gonna load those in a trailer. I just painted a bunch of Unistrut earlier today. Let it dry real good outside. All of that stuff is going up in a grid, and it's a black grid. So it's painted, it'll look nice. Blah, blah, blah. Leaving the truck here because I'm scooting everything around in the van, and the truck I think is gonna probably end up pulling the 6x10, which is what I'll use to go to Cole with, because I think the way this is gonna shake out, I'll have equipment sitting at Capitol with all the things we're doing, and then also stuff sitting at Cole. I can only really work at Cole during the evenings. In a very similar place as us, Cole has children all day, and they really do interrupt everything. Keeping 2-year-olds, toddlers in general, entertained long enough to not just have meltdowns all the time is an unreal task. And I don't have to deal with that at Cole, but somebody does. And part of the way that they deal with it is they let the children go all over the building, and so it's impossible to work during the day. Hey, look, I'm just in time to wait for a bunch of traffic. So I'm gonna drive back, get some water, and keep mushing on this thing. finished a couple of phone calls. I've got a guy working at a school who's doing some SDI work and had some questions about what we ran. So I answered those. Call from a business partner on some other release stuff and product and answered those. Sent out some updates for an install that we're doing over at Livingstone's, which I talked about earlier. Just did that. Now I can get back to doing this. And also, like 30 seconds ago, I took a call from my other engineer who's out at a different location today, location 4. He's having trouble hearing a kick drum in the PA, and the reason is that it's a room that holds like 250 people with some incredibly old PV mains that one side is pretty well blown, and they got a single 18 sub, and I mean it works as a PA, but it sucks, and you just don't get any good clarity out of it at all. It's not something you want to mix on, it's something you have to mix on. It's what the location has, and we can't change that, so do with what we can. Nope, do what we can with what we have. Or, as Matt and I say, does what I cans with what I has. Which is just a really stupid way of saying this is not optimal. Just gonna have to deal with it. Right now I'm terminating a bunch of, like I said before, a bunch of T586. White, orange, orange, that's wrong. Not that part, just what was coming up next. Blue got in the way. Alright, white, orange, orange, green. God, the greens are fighting me right now. Can we not? No need to be difficult. No need. White, orange, orange, white, green, blue, green, white, brown, brown. That's great. That's what we want. Push them all the way to the front. Get some of this jacket up under the strain relief. Clamp it down, call it good. All right, what is the best place? I don't want to go flush because that's how the cable's going to come up. And no one is going to see this unit. The only people who know that it's even here are me and my install team, so obviously none of that matters. It can't be seen. Alright, lock that in. Nice. Drywall screws are basically the Windex of hardware. Okay, I got our pole line here. Let's go get some HDMI on it and see if we can't suck this stuff up. Alright, so something fun that I noticed is the unit I bought is not the unit I received for a receiver on these TVs. And that's not a huge issue, but it does mean I need to reconfigure some of the cable that's up here. It was supposed to have a repeat on the box that goes on that TV, so we could hook it into that cat line and take it to that one, which is how I had Nathan wire it. And that is the system we did in the other rooms. The boxes I ordered match that use case. However, the ones I received do not. So instead, oh, I also can't see. Nice. How do I see? Probably going to be a lot of the box. We'll figure that out in a minute. We'll see if this guy's got power. Yep, everything's good. All right, what do we got up here? I can't actually see that. Oh yeah, power. Yep. Good power. All right. Awesome. So, what I'm going to have to do is take the line that goes to that TV, which is over here, protect the end, drag it back up, move it down here, coil it with this, and then it'll be fine. So, a little bit of an anomaly, not the thing that I ordered, but pretty common for a cheap product. I can make it work. Well, that's it. It's 9:16. These TVs are going. We're going to do an overnight stress test, make sure that they can handle it. Don't have any like burnout stuff. Time to go home. I'm going to make some food. Come back tomorrow and clean up my stuff. Clean the room out so that the people who are going to grind the floor and make all that look nice don't have my things in the way. Hopefully that's not happening tomorrow. The other build that I'm taking care of is over here. This is another one of 4 total that I have. So in here, there used to be a set of double doors like there is right here down the hall that separated that hallway from this area. And this won't look different to you, but to me it looks crazy different because in the 16 years I've been in this church, these doors have always been here. But they're gone now. Hallway is open. And those doors I am relocating in here to in there. And then this is going to become a conference room. I'm going to hang a 100-inch TV here. and I'll put Zoom system in there. There'll be Mac Mini that goes in there and Apple TV. Same deal as that room. We'll do low voltage all the way across to make it easy. And that's it. I did see one door open that doesn't need to be open, so I'm gonna go shut that and then drive home. Get some dinner made. Be done for the day. It's been a long one. I've been going since like 8. And it's well past 9, so it's a lot of work days. I did like a 10-hour day, a 15, a 13, and then another 13. So I'm really putting in the hours right now. It's 7:45 in the morning on Tuesday, August 19th. Got our normal meetings and stuff that start at 9. So I'm going in now because I have some cleanup to do at the site before I get too busy with meetings. Okay, we got another contractor coming in to do the floors, get them scraped down and refinished. So I want to get some cleanup done before they need to do that. It's a pretty full day. We got all of our meetings on Tuesdays, which means I don't get a whole lot done on Tuesdays, and I almost always work another 12-hour day. All right, we're back. Another shift. We got to take this electrical out today. This one's got to go. I don't even know what this goes to. Electronic transformer. Yeah, no idea. There's some big wires on the end of it though. Probably have to undo it hot. I'm not even sure where they tied power from, but that doesn't matter. See if we can get Josh here today and get some of this stuff finished out. The majority of what I'm doing today is cleaning. Most of the mess and stuff that I made yesterday. I'm gonna just put it in these boxes I have here on the floor and then start scooting stuff out. And I think I'm gonna start on that now. Oh yeah, this is all really old stuff. My goodness, there's actually like a lot of really old stuff. Many things that have been abandoned over the years. And it's kind of crazy. Some of the quality of work is just bad. Just wires hanging off here and stuff. My goodness. So it looks like when all of this stuff was used, yeah, a lot of this is the remnants from when this was the church's main offices. There's just a lot of stuff that's just been tucked up above this ceiling as this room has been edited many times over the years. Cool. There. This will need some electrical run. For all those projectors and stuff. All right, guys, here's a fun one. So we are at Cole Valley Elementary, also Living Stones Church in Meridian, and they currently have this gigantic screen, which is cool. We are installing 2 drop-down screens in this space over here, and I've got the parts here to get ready to mount them up, but there's some work that we have to do. So the goal is that we have 2 screens that can be used for iMag, general graphics, things that are going to come from the production suite that's up there. One of them goes here, the other one exactly mirrors that on the other side, and we've got our spacing figured out and all that jazz. The next thing that we're doing is removing these lighting bars because the screens actually fit the wall itself. And so these bars are in the way and they're kind of a mess. So I'm taking these down right now and moving them to the inside and tilting the lights back out so that the look that I get is similar to what's there now, just not with this unistrut over the front. The way that they're put together is a little interesting, so I'm actually gonna start tearing that apart now. they had some things that were zip tied together, and so I've already started pulling that apart. I see some lag bolts that are holding some side braces to the wall. So I'm gonna grab my impact here. I haven't quite got unpacked, but I'm gonna start on moving these first, because once I'm done, that's all I need to do for those. I've got a socket set here. They are not impact sockets, but they're good enough to do what I need to do here. How much do we want to bet that these are going to be 5/8? 9/16 it is. Should have just stuck with as a alright, in one of these drawers. I think it's this one. Alright, we can start busting these loose. Alright, so what we're seeing here is a piece of angle iron that's been brought to the strut using a strut spacer. That's really it. And we don't obviously need these, so let's take that sucker out of here. Alright, we are done here for the night. And I am not able to store my tools on site, so I'm gonna have to pull those down every time I am finished, which does suck because there are a lot of tools here for this job. So I'm hauling these out right now. Alright, we're all locked in. We're locked in good enough on all these. Yeah, that should be able to hold. I'm going pretty slow to where we're going. Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for the day. Pick us back up tomorrow. Catch you in the next one.